Welcome back to the Savaro Jacket Making Masterclass. This is the last episode, 12, part 2, and today I'm going to show you how to sew your buttons on. Okay, now it's time to sew on our buttons. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, we've got my tacks here, so I know that's where my button's going to go. Yeah. So front edge button goes in 5/8. All right. So I've got a pencil, chalk pencil here. I'll just pierce a mark on there. All right. And then when it comes to my cuff buttons, lay it on. Make sure it lines up correctly. All right. Everything's matching nicely. And then you pierce a chalk mark hole right on the top where my button is going to go. And then you just put it inside the hole, the keyhole, buttonhole, and that's it. All right, 2 marks there, 2 on top there, and then just mark the other side. Here we go. So there's no particular one you need to start off with first. I'm just going to do the front. Use your button cord here, and what I do, I double it up, yeah, and put a knot at the end. Okay, knot in both of them, yeah, together, basically, yeah. So it's about just past my shoulder width. All right, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do it this way. Feels a bit more comfortable doing like this. Just going to go up, in and up on that spot where the button's going to go. Right, I didn't go in and up all the way through. I just went through the top layer for now. Okay. Get your button. I'm going to go in and out. Yeah, I want to create a cross. Okay, when I'm stitching it. So what you need to do, go back in your mark, all right, and we need to create a neck, what they call a neck stand for the button, okay, which is about 1/2 inch distance from the actual cloth to the back of the button, all right. Usually you can even put your fingers behind and then pull it, and that will make sure the button doesn't go flat, yeah? And you've got that shank on there like that. Put it back inside from the back, yeah? And then you go up through again, and this time I'm going to cross over to create a cross from my other stitch. And you just continue doing that about 4 times. So that's once. So I've gone once, twice, and then I'm going to go back in that same hole, go back down again, and then come across to create another cross over, because you don't want to just go up and down in one hole. You want to do it in both holes, yeah? So if I explain this again, I went up, went down in there, I came up, went down in there, and went up, and I'm going to go down in there again, and up and down again. So I'm completely crossing over twice, yeah? Once you've done that, and I got, so 4 times it's gone, yeah, and I've got my neck on there, yeah? I'm going to do now, as I come back up, instead of going back through the buttonhole, yeah, it's going to come up there, going to make sure you haven't got no loops at the back there. It's clean, okay? All I'm doing now is wrapping the cotton around, okay? You start at the stem, Yeah, you just keep wrapping it around until you get to the top. All right, wrap it around a good few times. Can't really tell you like the amount and how to count, but you just want to make sure it's strong and sturdy. See that? Yeah, get a good neck on there. And then what you're going to do, I'm going to create a loop. See this, what I'm doing now? It's like a loop like that. Yeah. So I'll try to show you again. Just cross it over like that, like a loop. Yeah. And you're going to put that loop over the button. Yeah. And then pull it. All right. That's going to create its own knot. All right. And then you're going to put the needle back through the middle, because we kind of winded our way back up to the top. So we're going to put it back through the middle and then work our way back down again to the stem. Yeah. And then we're going to push it through to go all the way through the back again, right? And then you're going to double tack to secure it. Do about 3 tacks in there, in the same spot. All right. The idea is you want to make sure it's not messy at the back there, but you want to make sure it's really strong, that stem on there. Okay. And the reason why you need a stem is because when you're buttoning it up, you think about the thickness of this cloth. Yeah, it needs to go over the button nicely and smoothly and have enough room. And we've created that room because we put a little neck on there. Okay, and that's that. And then we're going to do the cuffs now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the top. Yeah, put my hand underneath. I'm going to start at the top. Same thing as I did on the front. I've got my knot in there and I've just gone up, in and up. Yeah, get my button, put it through the hole, come back down the other hole, opposite side. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a stitch just to bring it down. All right, and I'm going up. That stitch was just on the top. Now this one, I'm going to go all the way through. Okay, push it all the way through. You need to come out the other side. All right, and then go back again. Don't need no neck on this one. These ones are just flat, okay? Because these are dummy ones anyway. All right, come back down again. Take your time doing this because it's going inside. Make sure you cross over. Yeah, and then the last one, you do that 4 times, and the last one, yeah, you go in and you come back. Go in and back out again. Yeah, and then when I'm coming back out, right on that other mark as well. Okay, where I'm going to line up my next button. Okay, so you notice we're not cutting the cotton there, we're saving cutting the cotton and restarting again. Do the same thing, loop it through there, just catch it on the top first so you can put your button in position. All right, and then the next stitch you're going to go up, back down again, crossing over, and this one you're going to go all the way through back, and then you come back up again, crossing over. You can have the buttons kissing, as they say, like edge to edge. That's generally how you do it. But you want to do this like what you did on the front 4 times, up and down, crossing over. All right, and then the last one, You do exactly the same what you just done. This is the 4th time. Go up. When I'm coming back down again, I'm going to lift this up and see where my mark is for my 3rd button. I'm going to come up on that spot there. Okay. So when you go in and you do that big hoop and skip to the next button, yeah, try not to go over that lining like that. You're going inside the lining. So when I'm going down and inside, I'm going through this, under this layer here, not through the other layer of the lining, okay? Because you don't want a big hoop to show on that underneath. All right. So when I come up here now, get my button and I do the same thing. Now this one is going to have a neck on it, or as they say, a shank. Okay, so again, I want to have a neck on it. It's not going to be as long as the one on the front, but you want to make sure it's about, I would say, about a good quarter. Okay, so you need to make sure you go up and down. You can just only put your thumb under there to stop it from being sewn flat. All right. Okay, and the 4th time, I'm going in and then I'm wrapping it around like I did on the front edge. Yeah, make sure you've got a bit of a neck on there. See that? A bit of a stem. And then do that loop, which is cross it over like that. Put it over the buttonhole and pull it. Okay. And then I'm going to stitch back down and go in and up and come up at that button. Last button there. Okay. And do exactly the same. So this is much easier to do this than keep stitching one button and then start it again and re-stringing up your cotton. Just make sure your cotton's long enough and you can just do all of them at the same time. Always start from the top here and work your way back to the last one. Whereas with the last one, you will obviously stop and cut it off. But you have to make sure you secure it at the back. Last one, put it back through, spin it around. You can actually count to see how many times you need to spin it around and do it the same on all of them. I never count really, I just make sure I look at it and see that it looks right, but I suppose there's no harm in counting. Come out the other end like that, and then you want to tack it at the back on this one, all right? And then now you can cut that off. Okay, and then these two are working cuffs, so I'll button it through. Okay, and that is that. Buttonhole's looking lovely and fat, and you see how it's looking nice and flat there. Okay, and that's it, and you just repeat the same on the other side. Jacket done.